Elon Musk, often seen as an unstoppable force, is celebrated as the world's richest person and a visionary behind companies like Tesla and SpaceX. But behind the headlines of his success lies a man who has faced profound personal and professional struggles. From childhood trauma to the weight of failed ventures and even fraud allegations, Musk's journey has been anything but smooth. Recently, he opened up about his battle with depression, revealing how he used ketamine to cope with the darkness. How did Musk, the man who seemingly has it all, reach this point? Let's take a deeper look. Elon Musk, the hidden struggles behind the public persona. Elon Musk is often regarded as the visionary who has reshaped industries with companies like Tesla and SpaceX. He is a titan in the tech world, widely known for his ambition, intelligence, and sometimes controversial statements. Musk's life is frequently portrayed in the media as a series of daring innovations and monumental successes. However, behind the headlines, there is a much more complicated and human story unfolding, one that is rarely seen by the public. Musk has battled deeply personal struggles, including childhood trauma, the stress of entrepreneurship, heartbreak, and, most recently, depression. This video will take you beyond the headlines, offering an in-depth look into Elon Musk's personal battles and the toll they've taken on his mental health and career. From his early years in South Africa to the dramatic rise and fall of his ventures, Musk's story is not just one of success. It's a tale of relentless perseverance, personal turmoil, and, above all, the fight for his mental and emotional well-being. Childhood trauma and the origins of his struggles. Elon Musk's early life was marked by both intellectual brilliance and deep personal challenges. Born in Pretoria, South Africa, in 1971, Musk's relationship with his father, Elon Musk, was strained and filled with emotional scars. Elon Musk, a wealthy and complex figure, is reported to have been emotionally distant, even cruel at times. Musk himself has rarely discussed the details of their relationship, but he has described his father as a source of immense pain during his childhood. The emotional trauma Musk experienced from his father was compounded by bullying at school. Musk was an introverted, bookish child with a voracious appetite for learning. His interests set him apart from his peers, who mocked him for his intellectual pursuits. One brutal incident during his childhood involved Musk being beaten so severely that he was knocked unconscious and hospitalized for a week. This physical and emotional bullying left lasting scars and reinforced the sense of isolation that Musk would struggle with for years to come. Despite these hardships, Musk found solace in books, often finishing one a day, and in technology. His passion for computing began at a young age, and by the age of 12, he had taught himself how to code. He even created and sold a video game, Blastar, for $500. This early success should have been a proud moment for most kids, but for Musk, it only intensified his sense of being different. His accomplishments were often met with indifference or derision, especially from his peers. Rather than finding validation, he found rejection. Leaving South Africa. A desire for change. Musk's desire to escape his emotionally turbulent home life and the bullying he endured at school eventually led him to leave South Africa. In 1989, at the age of 17, he moved to Canada, leaving behind his family and the country where he had grown up. The decision to leave South Africa was not only driven by his need for a fresh start, but also by his desire to pursue greater opportunities. In Canada, he lived in a humble apartment and worked multiple jobs to support himself while attending Queen's University. In 1992, Musk transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the United States, where he earned degrees in both economics and physics. His intellectual curiosity and relentless drive to succeed would lead him to start his first entrepreneurial ventures in the tech world, but the ghosts of his past would continue to haunt him. While Musk achieved academic success, his emotional scars and trauma from his childhood remained unresolved. The early struggles of entrepreneurship. Musk's journey as an entrepreneur began with a series of ambitious ventures. In 1995, he and his brother Kimball founded Zip2, a company that provided business directories and maps for newspapers. Despite the challenges they faced, Zip2 was eventually sold for $307 million in 1999. However, this success was far from the victory it might have seemed. Musk's relationship with investors, particularly at Zip2, was fraught with tension. Many of the investors sought to dismantle Musk's vision for the company, leaving him disillusioned with the world of business. Musk's next venture, X.com, a company that would eventually become PayPal, was equally difficult. He was ousted from the company during a critical period, humiliated by the fact that his contributions were erased and replaced by the leadership of others. In retrospect, Musk described his time at X.com as a painful and deeply isolating experience. Even as PayPal was acquired by eBay for $1.5 billion, Musk felt betrayed by the company's shift away from his original vision. Personal tragedy and loss. While Musk's professional life was full of twists and turns, his personal life was equally tumultuous. One of the most devastating events in his life came when his first child, Nevada Alexander Musk, died from sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS, at the age of 10 weeks. The loss of his son was a crushing blow that no amount of professional success could alleviate. Musk buried his grief in work, throwing himself into his companies. But the emotional weight of the loss remained with him. In addition to his son's death, Musk's personal relationships have also been marked by pain and failure. His marriage to Justine Wilson, his first wife, ended in a highly publicized divorce. In her memoir, she detailed the struggles of being married to someone as intense and demanding as Musk, painting a picture of a relationship strained by Musk's relentless drive and workaholic tendencies. Musk's subsequent marriages also ended in separation, further deepening his sense of personal failure. One of the most painful betrayals came from Mary Beth Brown, Musk's longtime assistant. Brown had been a loyal supporter throughout Musk's early ventures, but when she asked for fair compensation, she was let go. Musk has denied the harshest details of the story, but the rift left an undeniable mark on him. It was yet another reminder of the sacrifices he had made, only to be abandoned when he needed support the most. Professional struggles and criticism. Despite the personal tragedies and the emotional weight he carried, Musk remained committed to his vision of transforming the world through technology. But his journey was far from smooth. SpaceX's early years were filled with failure and financial struggle. Musk invested nearly all of his personal wealth into the company, and the first 3 launches of the Falcon 1 rocket ended in failure, costing millions of dollars and leaving Musk's future in doubt. The 4th launch would be the make-or-break moment, and Musk poured every remaining dollar into it. If the 4th launch failed, SpaceX would cease to exist. The stakes were incredibly high for Musk. Not only would the failure of the 4th launch mean the collapse of his dreams, but it would also signal the end of his financial stability. Musk's personal funds were nearly gone, and he was betting everything on one final chance. Fortunately, the 4th launch succeeded, marking a turning point for SpaceX and Musk's career. Tesla, too, faced similar struggles. In 2008, Tesla was on the brink of bankruptcy. Musk was personally broke, borrowing money just to keep the company afloat. At one point, he even slept on the factory floor, refusing to leave until the company could make it through. The production delays and financial woes led to constant criticism from the media and industry experts. Musk's vision of revolutionizing the electric car industry was mocked as impossible. Tesla's Model 3 production delays only fueled the skepticism, and headlines predicted the company's imminent collapse. Despite these setbacks, Musk refused to give up. His ambition and drive were unwavering, but they came at a great cost. Musk's work ethic, which often saw him working 100 to 120 hours a week, took a toll on his physical health. His obsession with achieving his vision led him to sacrifice his well-being, and he became known for his erratic sleep schedule, poor diet, and deteriorating mental health. The ketamine revelation. Coping with depression. Despite his outward success, Musk's struggles with mental health have been a consistent part of his story. In recent years, Musk opened up about his battle with depression. In an interview with journalist Don Lemon, Musk revealed that he suffers from a negative chemical state in his brain, akin to depression. Musk explained that his depression isn't necessarily triggered by external events, but is a condition that he has struggled with for years. To cope with these feelings of depression, Musk admitted that he uses ketamine, a medication that has gained attention for its potential to treat depression and other mental health conditions. Musk stated that he uses a small dose of ketamine roughly once every other week, prescribed by a legitimate doctor. Despite his use of the drug, Musk maintains that he does not drink alcohol and has no interest in smoking marijuana. His sobriety, particularly during his late-night social media posts, is something he takes seriously, as he believes maintaining clarity is essential to his work. Musk is quick to clarify that he doesn't misuse the drug, and that excessive use of ketamine would impair his ability to work. He emphasized that his long hours and intense work schedule leave little room for mental dullness, and he believes that ketamine helps him manage his mental state without hindering his productivity. Musk has acknowledged that depression runs in his family and has accepted it as part of his genetic makeup. A legacy of resilience. Through all the professional failures, personal losses, and mental health battles, Elon Musk has remained steadfast in his pursuit of his vision. Despite the doubts, criticisms, and moments of despair, Musk has continued to push forward. He is a man whose resilience is tested daily, both by external pressures and his inner demons. His story is one of triumph against the odds, but it is also a story of pain, sacrifice, and the unrelenting struggle to overcome. As Musk continues to shape the future of space travel, electric vehicles, and artificial intelligence, his journey serves as a reminder that even the most successful individuals face battles that are hidden from the public eye. Musk's story is one of inspiration, but it is also a story of vulnerability, a reminder that even those who seem invincible are fighting battles that are often unseen. Elon Musk, the man behind the machines, a story of triumph and tragedy. Elon Musk, the visionary behind companies like SpaceX and Tesla, has become one of the most influential figures in the world. Known for his innovation, determination, and revolutionary ideas, Musk's career trajectory has been marked by both extreme highs and crushing lows. While his public persona often shines brightly, this portrayal omits the hidden struggles he's faced throughout his life. These quiet battles, some of which have only recently come to light, paint a much fuller picture of the man behind the machines. Early struggles and the roots of Musk's pain. Born in Pretoria, South Africa, Elon Musk's early life was far from easy. From a young age, Musk exhibited a unique thirst for knowledge that set him apart from his peers. While other children were outside playing, Musk found solace in books. His insatiable curiosity led him to devour books, sometimes reading one in a single day. This hunger for understanding pushed him toward his first triumph, persuading his father to buy him a Commodore VIC-20 computer. which he learned to use in a matter of days. He even designed and sold his own video game for $500, showcasing his early ingenuity. However, despite these impressive achievements, Musk was an outsider in school, relentlessly bullied by his peers for his intellectualism. The bullying was more than verbal insults, it was physical violence. Musk was beaten so severely during one encounter that he ended up hospitalized for a week. Yet, the scars from his childhood bullying were nothing compared to the pain inflicted by his father, Elon Musk. Describing his father as a terrible human being, Elon has shared that his relationship with Errol was filled with emotional trauma. Errol could be unpredictable, sometimes showering his children with gifts, but other times subjecting them to cruel punishment, like making them scrub toilets with toothbrushes. This turbulent relationship has had a lasting impact on Elon Musk, shaping much of his emotional struggles later in life. He said that even as an adult, he still sometimes echoes his father's harsh words in moments of anger, a cycle of pain that Musk has found difficult to break. Entrepreneurial struggles and financial setbacks. Musk's journey into entrepreneurship began in Canada, where he moved in the hopes of escaping the emotional wounds of his childhood. Initially penniless, Musk scraped by until his brother Kimball joined him. Together, they started their first venture, Zip2, which was eventually sold for nearly $300 million. While this was a significant milestone, it wasn't without its challenges. Musk faced constant battles with investors who sought to dismantle his vision, and his relationship with them grew increasingly strained. Despite the success of Zip2, the scars from this early business struggle stayed with him. After Zip2, Musk founded X.com, which would later become PayPal. However, even here, Musk faced betrayal and humiliation. He was ousted from the company he founded when investors and board members, in a move that Musk later described as deeply painful, decided to remove him from the leadership role. His contributions to PayPal were erased, and this rejection left Musk grappling with feelings of betrayal and inadequacy. Just when it seemed like his fortunes were about to turn, tragedy struck again. Musk contracted malaria during a trip to South Africa, a disease that nearly killed him. The doctors told him he had just 24 hours to live, and the subsequent recovery was a long and grueling process. Yet, through it all, Musk pressed on, determined to build something bigger. Personal losses and heartbreaks. Musk's personal life has been just as tumultuous as his professional career. One of the most painful losses Musk experienced was the death of his firstborn child, Nevada, from sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS, in 2002. Nevada's death had a profound effect on Musk and his marriage to Justine Wilson, which ultimately ended in divorce. Musk has admitted that his way of coping with grief, burying it beneath his work, was different from Justine's, who needed to grieve openly. Their differing approaches to handling pain caused significant strain in their relationship, leading to their eventual split. Justine's account of their marriage painted a picture of a man who was often controlling and emotionally distant, a depiction that Musk has never fully refuted. Musk's second marriage to actress Tallulah Riley was no less fraught with challenges. They married in 2010, but the relationship soon became cyclical, with the couple divorcing and remarrying before ultimately parting ways for good. Riley later spoke candidly about the struggles she faced being married to Musk, describing a man who was consumed by his work, often retreating into himself and focusing solely on his companies. There were times when she felt completely alone, even with Musk sitting beside her. When their second marriage ended, Musk was left deeply shaken, confessing to friends that he couldn't bear to be alone and asking for company to help him get through the nights. Yet, perhaps one of Musk's most heartbreaking personal struggles came when his daughter, Vivian, legally changed her last name and cut ties with him in 2022. Musk was devastated, grappling with the idea that his own flesh and blood no longer wanted to be associated with him. While Musk has acknowledged that their strained relationship stemmed in part from his political views, the loss of his bond with Vivian was a blow that he struggled to cope with. Musk has said that this rift with his daughter keeps him awake at night, a reminder that no amount of money or success can mend the most important personal relationships. Professional setbacks. Tesla and SpaceX. Musk's professional journey has been fraught with nearly as much adversity as his personal life. Despite the success of PayPal, Musk didn't rest on his laurels. Instead, he turned his focus to SpaceX and Tesla, two companies that would eventually redefine entire industries. However, the road to success was anything but smooth. SpaceX, in its early years, faced multiple failed rocket launches, with each failure burning millions of dollars and threatening to destroy Musk's dream of revolutionizing space travel. The first 3 launches of the Falcon 1 rocket ended in failure, and Musk faced the reality that if the 4th launch didn't succeed, SpaceX would collapse. The stakes were extraordinarily high, and Musk was burning through his personal fortune in the process. At the same time, Tesla was struggling to stay afloat. In 2008, both companies faced the very real threat of bankruptcy. Tesla was unable to produce enough cars to meet demand, and the company's debts were piling up. Musk himself had no money left, and he was forced to borrow funds to keep both companies afloat. In a desperate move, Musk split his remaining cash between SpaceX and Tesla, hoping that one or both of the companies would survive. Musk's health began to deteriorate under the stress, and he was reportedly sleeping on the factory floor, determined to do whatever it took to keep his vision alive. For Musk, failure wasn't an option. It would mean the end of everything he had worked for. Despite the immense pressure, Musk pushed on, driven by an unwavering belief in his vision. The production delays at Tesla, particularly the Model 3, sparked fierce criticism from the media and industry experts. Headlines proclaimed that Tesla was on the verge of collapse, and Musk was often the target of mockery. His ambition, however, reached beyond the realm of electric vehicles. He envisioned a future of sustainable transportation that extended to concepts like the Hyperloop, a high-speed transportation system that would change how we travel. But even here, Musk faced skepticism, with many dismissing the idea as impractical and overly ambitious. The burden of success, Musk's mental and emotional struggles. As his companies grew, so did the emotional and mental toll on Musk. He worked tirelessly, often putting in 100 to 120-hour work weeks, pushing himself to the limit. His health began to suffer, with sleep becoming a rare luxury. The stress of constantly working, the weight of his ambitions, and the personal tragedies he had endured all compounded, making it difficult for Musk to maintain any semblance of balance in his life. Despite his success, he often found himself battling depression, a silent struggle that he would later admit to in interviews. In a revealing moment, Musk opened up about his use of ketamine to manage his depression. He explained that he uses the drug, prescribed by a legitimate doctor, to help alleviate his mental health struggles. Despite this, Musk remains committed to his work, often posting on social media during late hours to communicate with his followers. He insists that he is nearly always sober during these posts, although there are times when he experiences a negative chemical state in his brain that feels akin to depression. Musk's honesty about his mental health struggles was met with mixed reactions. Some praised his openness, while others questioned whether his vulnerability was a sign of weakness. The emotional toll of leadership, The immense pressure Musk faces as the CEO of multiple companies and a figurehead for disruptive technology often leads to moments of vulnerability that Musk doesn't always know how to handle. His public persona, shaped by his brilliance and innovation, hides the emotional toll he endures behind closed doors. There have been times when Musk's emotions have spilled over in public, most notably during Tesla's annual shareholder meeting in 2018. Amid the uncertainty surrounding the company's survival, Musk broke down in tears after learning that he would not be removed from his position as chairman of Tesla's board. This moment of emotional rawness was a rare glimpse into the personal sacrifices Musk has made for his companies. A man of contradictions. Elon Musk's life is one of contradictions. He is a man of extraordinary vision and ambition, but he is also a man who has faced deep personal pain and emotional turmoil. Behind his successes and groundbreaking innovations lies a person who has been shaped by loss, failure, and the constant drive to push beyond what seems possible. Musk's journey is not one of simple triumph, but one of continuous struggle and resilience. He is a man who, despite the immense burdens he carries, continues to forge ahead, driven by the belief that the future can be better, if he can make it so.